So like I worked with a guy who would not eat a banana. Like he would peel the banana, but
Oh,
he
really?
wouldn't eat the banana. He'd cut it.
You
from
break
the
it in
top.
half?
He keeps breaking it until the end, and then
What, like cubes?
yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant he would just break it in half.
I just have to. Yeah. He's like he gets away from me.
Yeah.
Gets away from me.
I think the only way to eat a banana in a non-gay way is to peel it and then eat it from the side, like a corn cob. You see, like, it's something that's totally not gay, but then you make it gay by breaking your banana into little cubes.
You look stupid.
You look dumb.
Yeah,
And now you got banana all over your fingers.
And then you suck your fingers.
No, once you do it, you got to suck your boy's fingers.
Oh yeah.
What's your karaoke go-to song?
Probably anything Backstreet Boys.
Really?
I think it's yeah.
You're doing that thing where you're like, where you it's something so cheese, and then you just want to make it like
Backstreet
cool.
Boys.
You're like, yeah, I think it's like pretty sick, man.
It is sick, man.
You love the Backstreet Boys.
I don't know about loving them, but I think it's because the English was just perfect.
They sang in Shakespearean English
for an ESL student.
I think you know what it is. I think it's because they caught us in a point in our life where we didn't know like the language, and then we were like, you know,
Plus, they were played a lot,
they were. I mean, yeah.
like so much.
Oh, they were played a ton. Them and the Spice Girls. That window, it was.
Yeah.
It belonged to them.
I don't know if I remember any Spice Girls song. Like I remember the tune, like
yeah. Oh, nice. Which one's that one?
I have no idea.
I think that one's "I Want to Love You Forever."
Yeah, I don't remember, but I actually really like the Spice Girls because it was. I found a couple of them attractive.
A couple.
Just a couple.
Which one didn't you like?
Baby, I didn't like Sporty Spice,
Okay.
whatever her name is.
Yeah, I don't know her name. Mel B? Mel C?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like her. I didn't like the black chick.
That's racist.
No,
I mean, that's
no, like the one with the crazy shaggy hair.
yeah, she's black. That doesn't make it any
No,
better.
I'm just saying. I didn't like it.
And like
You're asking about attraction.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
But I mean, I don't know why we had to make it racial. I mean, she's still very beautiful.
I'm sure she is, but you're asking about.
But you don't seem to like her. I want to dig deep into that.
Oh God.
What do you got against black girls, man?
There's nothing. Black girls are beautiful. However, she was not doing it for me growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Who's the most attractive black girl growing up that you're like, yeah.
Halle Berry.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Halle Berry was I mean, she still is such a babe. Like, she's gorgeous. Dude, you know what's nuts? You know how like you go on social media for too long and it like impacts the way you think? So I was following Halle Berry on social media and then she started posting more pictures of her man. And like I just felt a piece of me being like, man, fuck that guy. Like I have a chance. I was like, man, stupid Halle.
What does he
Berry
look like?
boyfriend.
Is he a good looking guy?
He's like just this handsome black guy. I think he might have dreads, maybe not, but he's just got cool style. He's just like he looks like a classy guy. Probably has a sick vinyl collection. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
He just gets all up in that
Does he-
sweet Halle
she-
Berry juice.
Is she still attractive? Like, is she
Yeah,
as
man.
attractive as she was?
You know what, man? Some women, they just age like fine wine, and I think she's one of those.
Mm.
Halle Berry is a babe, dude.
Yeah, Halle Berry was.
You know,
was my. Would you consider Mariah Carey black?
is she like half black?
I don't know, but at the time there was a moment where she was attractive.
I think she might be like half black. I don't. Yeah, she was. You know what, man? Mariah Carey was a rocket back in the day when what was that album? Not what was it called? Honey, the one with honey on it.
No, I think no. I see that was a change for me. That was a turn for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like the old one. The one with like she was not the one where she's like in the car and she's
Are you
like,
talking about the one with the black and white cover, the one that we
Yes.
had? That was a good album. I mean, she was. Look, man, she
That's
was
not Honey, is that?
no. Honey, I think was the next one.
Yes.
See, I think Honey was the last one where she was attractive, and I want to say she started getting work done. Something happened. I'm not sure what kind of work she got done, but she stopped bending her knees. You know, And you watch her during
She
live.
became a giraffe.
Yeah. Bro, you watch her live performances and she's like coming down the steps but she doesn't even she used to come down the steps because they all have steps. I don't know what it is with pop stars and having steps and they just want to come down majestically. Which side note, there's a hilarious video of Beyonce coming down steps at her concert and she took a tumble and just face planted down like a whole set of stairs.
Buddy, another side note,
Yeah.
there was another video of Beyonce's hair getting caught in one of those fans.
No.
And somebody was trying to get like not the fans, but like the stage crew
Yeah.
were trying to untangle her hair.
Oh no.
out. Yeah. Was
Was it pulling more and more?
It wasn't pulling more, but it was just like
It was, like,
she
twisting
was
it.
singing and her head was like
Yeah, no, I don't know. Again, Mariah Carey, she used to come down those stairs, and then now she just has her dancers. She puts up her arms like Jesus, and then they just pick her up by the arms and walk her down with her legs just fully, just popsicled out. Like, she stopped bending. Dude, well, I'm telling you, when you go home, YouTube Mariah Carey's like concert videos, like recent ones, she's no knees, man. Knees are gone.
I mean, she is old. She's
Yeah, but so is J-Lo.
Yeah, but again, J-Lo without makeup is whoa.
Yeah, but you'd still.
No, maybe. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
J-Lo walks in here and you're like, I mean, I've seen her pictures without makeup. Jennifer.
You look like a Jennifer. I think I would. The only reason would be bragging rights. That's it. So I can just say
You ran through it.
Jennifer Lopez. Think about that.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it's like, how about Oprah? I mean,
What I don't get with Jennifer Lopez, Oprah. Okay, we'll go back to that. Hold on, because she's got like a little bit of the Morgan Freeman thing going on, which I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I might get into it. Who knows? But J-Lo, like you, because I think she went back. Now she's back with Ben Affleck. And this dude looks he looks like he's always putting in overtime hours. He looks exhausted.
He does, and it's because it's J-Lo.
Do you think it would be exhausting to be with J-Lo?
I don't think it'd be fun.
No?
No, I don't. I think it's just, again, she's probably jaded. She's been through a lot of guys.
Has she though? A lot?
Yeah,
Who she was? She was with Diddy.
She was with Diddy.
She was with Diddy.
Shouldn't
Man.
that be a thing?
I think we just unlocked something here.
That's a
We
thing.
haven't heard a lot from J-Lo since the whole Diddy situation, so we should probably investigate a little more. You think she knew about all his scandals and all his? Maybe that's why she broke up with him.
There could be, but if everybody knew about it, even though they weren't a part of that circle, they still knew about it.
Everybody knew about
Diddy? It seemed that because
mean,
people are coming out and saying, hey, we knew about it, but, it's the Diddy type of party, blah, blah, blah.
I wonder if that's something that people say just to like be part of the spotlight now that it's all on him. Be like, well, I kind of knew. You're like,
I thought Diddy was cool, though, man.
I don't know, man. He had weird vibes. He
Yeah.
had like a sketchy Rexdale Somalian guy vibe. Like he's just.
But you didn't think, like, I liked his style.
I mean, like.
Was he a stylish guy?
I mean, sure, yeah, but like so many of those people that got, Me
Like,
Too'd
I never
and stuff.
thought R. Kelly had style.
Yeah, but R. Kelly was the king for a while, bro.
But he did not have style.
Dude, I think he had style.
Compared to Diddy?
Dude, R. Kelly
If you put both of those guys together, who would
Damn.
you say was more stylish?
I mean, this is crazy because we're just rating pedophiles at this point.
I mean,
Who's the hottest pedophile?
We're talking purely on style.
Man, who had better style, R. Kelly or Diddy? Ah, man. Okay, so we're looking. Let's start with the hair. Okay, R. Kelly, cornrows. Diddy, fades and lineups. Okay, so still pretty close race.
But cornrows, lineups.
But then we also look at their music discography.
No,
R. Kelly destroys Diddy.
100%.
Destroys him.
Yes, I agree.
You know,
We gotta give.
like R. Kelly at the peak of his career dated Aaliyah, and people say I think they got married, and she was 16.
That's
Legally. Like I don't know.
Is that?
I don't know if her parents consent. It sounds like her parents consented.
Well, I mean, was she Aaliyah at?
Yeah,
Like
she was Aaliyah. I mean, she was 16. She died when she was what, 21?
Yeah,
She was young. Yeah. But you know, R. Kelly had Riz. He had Riz.
So back to Oprah.
Okay, what about Oprah?
Oprah is.
No, you know, when you said Oprah and I said Morgan Freeman, my mind for some reason went to Whoopi Goldberg. But
Did you just confuse them both?
yeah, Oprah and Whoopi. I'm sorry, man. Classic mix-up.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, what about Oprah? What's your question?
You know.
Would I?
Yeah.
Man. Dude, I mean, maybe just to make it into like a history textbook. You know what I mean? Like when they because she's like a historical figure. Like when she started her show, there was still like a ton of racism. If you go on YouTube and look at like the Oprah Winfrey show way back when it started, there'd be like white people yelling out the N-word and stuff at her during her show. Like,
she couldn't like control that, like kick people out, or
it just kind of she just would steamroll right through it. She'd be like, whatever, just kind of did it. Like, but it's crazy.
Yeah, she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
But
She's also like caking. Oprah is caking.
I don't think you can mess with Oprah.
No, she's part of that whole Illuminati.
Oh,
shots to the body.
Is she?
Yeah, I mean, dude, they say her, Jay-Z, all those powerful black celebrities are all part of that.
But now it's only blacks, because I thought it was white people.
Oh, I think there's white people in that too, for sure.
Right, it started off with white people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was talking about the white people.
Jeff Bezos is probably a part of it, for sure. Like, what's that guy's name that killed himself allegedly? With the island, not Weinstein. I
thought that was Weinstein, no?
No, Harvey Weinstein was the old producer guy that looked like a.
Did he not have an island?
No, it wasn't. Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
Epstein.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, that guy was definitely a part of it. All those guys. It's so crazy, man. Like, what drives you to just be such a fucking lunatic? Like, why? Like, I get why you would go crazy, but that's beyond lunacy. Like, that's just like to bring like the whole like underage kids into it and stuff like that. You're like, dude, you're out of your fucking mind. Why?
That's why in our country they kill guys like that. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Or the dad comes in and forces the child to marry the guy.
Like, what?
That's why in our country the marriage rate is rampant. Oh man.
So check this out. Today I went to Walmart and I'm walking towards the car. I finished what I had to do and I'm walking towards the car. And there's this big guy who I'm sizing up as I'm walking towards the car because he's leaning on the car.
Leaning on your car?
Yeah. And I'm looking at, he's on the phone. He's on the phone, pissed off, yelling at somebody, speaking patois, very aggressive.
Uh-oh.
And I'm walking towards him and towards my car, and I see him, and he just looks angry. So I had to calculate.
Oh no!
Could I take him on in case things go bad?
Yeah.
So I just decided to just walk past my car. I'd go to the end of the row, pretend I didn't know where my car was, and walked back towards the car.
Yeah, you come back, you're like,
And
last time I checked, there wasn't a black guy leaning on my car. Maybe it's not mine anymore.
But here's how I did. I did it subtle. I walked from behind the car rather than the front of the car.
Oh.
And I walked from behind the car, and I kind of, unlocked the car. He heard it. He turned around, kind of waved, apologized.
Oh, sick.
I got in the car, I'm like, no problem.
That's funny. I didn't know you avoided confrontation. Because you strike me as the kind of guy. I mean, not strike me. You've always been the kind of guy who
I now think twice about which confrontation I'm willing to partake in.
Big black guy? No, sir.
And it wasn't the fact that he was black.
I mean, I don't know. It might be. You said that whole stuff about Scary Spice, so now you're just first it was Scary Spice. Now it's a big black guy on your car.
Just walk right past my car.
You're just it's just a black curse.
I think I did the right thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but he just sometimes men just need a moment.
You think that's what
especially
they
when
need?
they're angry. Like, it's not the time for you to interject and say, "Hey, move! It's my car," while the guy's yelling. Regardless of what race.
Yeah.
I mean, if it would have been a fight, I would have got. I mean, I probably would have lost. I would have gotten a couple of good shots.
But you also have jujitsu.
I know, but it's just, again, you have to understand. Do I want to take that on? An angry guy who's probably talking to his baby mama.
Yeah.
Buddy.
I mean, I love a good fight. I haven't been in one in years, but I love a good fight. Something feels really liberating about punching and then also getting punched. Something's like, because you're like, man, I've lost it all. like it can only go uphill from here. You get knocked out, that's kind of beautiful because then you're done, and then it's like your body being like, all right, night, let's wrap this up. Take a nap till he walks away.
I'm not a big fan of, I used to be a big fan of punching, but I think now just
grappling.
Just grabbing somebody and just putting them down.
You love grappling,
So
eh? What's your go-to? What do you feel like is like your strongest like hold? What's like if you're a jiu-jitsu guy,
Yeah.
if you're like in the UFC, what's your main takedown that you feel very confident in?
Ooh.
Would you say like a rear naked choke?
No, but you have to kind of set it up.
Yeah.
So if you're taking somebody down, you're gonna take. I like either a single leg or double leg.
Single leg or double leg
So,
takedown?
yeah.
Okay. But once you have him down,
Once I try to. Just,
what's your go-to?
I like to go on mount.
Okay.
Which means
So you straddle him.
I climb.
You go on top.
I climb on top or take side control.
Oh, and then what? You just grab the arm behind the back?
Once you have side control, you're just gonna. Most people tap once they have side control.
I think most people tap when you're on top.
Once I'm on top of you, you're tapping.
It's game over. You strike me as an arm. You always go for the arms. When we were kids, you would always go for the arm behind the back, straighten the arm, put me down.
And that actually, it's fun. It actually works because you eliminate the arms unless you're a master to use your legs. But
yeah, I mean, I was pretty good with my legs. Those 2 or 3 classes we did.
Are you gonna come back? Or
I want to come back, but that jacket that you got me is too small.
But we're gonna get you another jacket.
Yeah, I'm down, dude.
Okay, so when are we doing? Next time we're doing this, you're gonna talk about your experience.
Okay, dude, I went to a hot yoga class.
How's that? How's that? I mean, I can see your skin is glowing. So
Thanks.
That's
I'm pregnant. I got that real pregnant glow.
You do. Tell me more about that.
I did hot yoga a couple of times, like years ago, probably like 3-4 years ago, and it was really good. It was with this woman, I don't remember her name, at this studio up by Yonge and Eglinton in Toronto, and she was really good. She was like calm. It was kind of peaceful. because yoga gets kind of chaotic at times because they get you to start moving fast. They go arch your back, they go like tabletop, arch your back, breathe out, and then sometimes they just hit you with a combo like rapid fire, stand up, downward dog, this, that. So, but for the most part, she was kind of peaceful. This class was with this gay guy, and he was good, but he was like I didn't feel at peace, Like I was.
Is it because he's gay?
No, no, it had nothing. I thought because he was gay, it was actually going to be better than the lady. I thought like he was like, I don't know.
Tell me about the speech part though.
He would the speech?
No, the peace. You said you didn't feel at peace. Is it because?
No, he was kind of like what's the word? Like a not passive. I guess maybe a little passive aggressive. He'd be like, okay, so now you can go into the pigeon pose. Where you put your leg, like in front of you, like that, and then the one other leg is stretched all the way behind you. He's like, if you want, you can actually pull it back. And he's like, I'm okay with, alterations or modifications. That's perfectly fine. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then he'd go, yeah, but I mean, that would just be a totally different position. But if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. And you're like, well, you make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. He'd be like, all right, downward dog. If it's too much on your knees, you can go on your knees. I mean, again, it's a different kind of style of yoga, which I don't actually teach her. But if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. And you're like, what? But why do you have to give in that extra? Like, I mean, I don't know. So like, he just kept doing that the whole class. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what any of these positions are called. Like, I didn't
know what a pigeon position. I've never done yoga before, so this is.
You know what I'm talking about? The pigeon?
No, and now you're telling me.
Can I show you? I'll show you on the table.
What?
Look, hold the mic.
What? You're not getting up on the table.
I'm getting on the table,
bro. I don't know if you should. I don't know if you should get up on the table.
Okay. It's glass, so I'm not gonna put my weight on it.
Okay.
But one leg is like this, and then this leg is all the way behind you, like straight. And then it like opens up your hip, like that.
Interesting. If you bend your leg, your back leg, you bend it and do the same position. It's called an S position in jiu-jitsu. Oh, really? It is, yeah. Oh, man. Well, yeah, yoga definitely helps with all that stuff. I think yoga is actually pretty amazing. But, Tell me about this hot yoga, though. Like, what? Oh, it's sick. Is it like because that's what I picture. It's like a sauna. Almost. It's a very hot room. It's not. Is it hot, dry? No, a little. I think it's more like steam. But. Like after a hot shower. Yeah, but you're still sweating. It's just, I think dry saunas are dry heat that dehydrate your body. Whereas like, I feel like with hot yoga, you still sweat a ton, but you're not dehydrated because I think it's more kind of like steam. You don't see it, but like you definitely feel it and you're dripping after. So it's sick because you're super sweaty. And you're also like, which I really like because I feel like I'm detoxifying my body. But then you're also stretching, which is nice. Like it really opened up my hips a little bit. That's good. Yeah. That's good. Wow. Yeah. And then. And how long is it? It's like an hour. You do that for an hour. For an hour. That heat for an hour. Yeah. But it's not like, again, it's not sauna levels of hot. Yeah. It's just hot enough for you to really break a sweat. It's kind of like jiu-jitsu. I'm sure after you finish, you're just sweating buckets. Correct. Yeah. So it's like the same vibe. But, obviously the room's a little warmer and like... And everybody's sweating with you? Yeah, everybody. There's babes everywhere. Really? Oh, my God. Yeah. So many babes. And then there's a couple of yoga bros that just come in with their shirts off. And I'm like, buddy. Do you have to take off your shirt? No. Okay. I'm not going to do that. But are you the only one? Other than all the ladies and you? I'm like the fat kid in the pool, just wearing a big oversized t-shirt. But you can still see everything through the shirt. Because it's sticking to your body. So all the women have tops on and you. And all the guys are off. Not all the guys are topless. There was one dude who was just absolutely ripped and he had his shirt off. I was like, all right, man.
Relax.
Question is, how many people had their pants off?
Oh man. See, I should have done that. No,
What?
thought this was a safe space. I don't know.
See, that would be for me, man. I'd like to take off my pants when it's hot.
Well, yeah, you're in shorts. You're not doing this in jeans.
Can I get like
You can do like tight.
boxers or like Speedos?
No. I think
much?
that's a little much.
It's
But you can do it in
hot.
like yeah, but you can still do it in like there's yoga shorts, like really like stretchy. You can do it in like tight, like like Under Armour, like type.
Is there any fat people?
Oh, buddy, there's people of all shapes and sizes.
No, I know it's inclusive. But
No,
what
no.
I'm asking is the class you went. There's so many. Everybody's welcomed.
No, for sure. Like there's like yeah, and dude,
Did you see fat people
yeah.
in your class?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There was this girl, and she was like short. She was thick. She was mad thick, but she was so flexible. And I was just so drawn to her. I'm like, oh my God. It's not usually like my type, but she was just a babe. And I'm like, man. And she was warming up beforehand. And she's like putting her like legs behind her head and stuff. I'm like, man, the perv in me is trying to act casual here. But I wanted to look at her and be like, can you hear that? She'd be like, quiet. I'm like, sorry, the dog inside me is barking a little bit. Thought maybe you could hear the barks. I'm quiet, but inside you're...
Don't do this.
Yeah, no. But...
Now, is it specific areas? You like? Do you like? Can I go to the back of the room?
Yeah, you can go anywhere. You bring your yoga mat and you go anywhere.
And
you have a bottle of water next, so you can stop and drink at any time.
What if a position you can't do?
Then you just don't do it.
Like the splits.
You don't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they don't ask you to do the splits.
I don't. Yeah.
There is weird positions. There's one where you pretend like you're sitting in a chair, like he makes you stand up, and then you pretend like you're sitting in a chair a little bit. You bend your knees, like your feet are together, and then you're standing up, and then you put one leg over the other, like over your knee, right? Your ankle over the knee, kind of like you're crossing your legs. And then you pretend like you're sitting down, but you got to maintain the balance.
Oh, man.
And then he's like, and breathe and go a little lower. I don't want to be like, dude, my hammies are blowing up, right? Quads, hamstrings, muscles in my back that I didn't know existed were just like, this is getting lit up, dude.
But you felt good after.
Oh man, after was a trip. So after I got out of class, I saw that I had a missed call from a producer of a comedy festival that I did back in February. I'm not going to say what they're called because I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, but they happen to go under recently.
I wonder.
They're major festival. They've been around for decades, produced some of the greatest comedians and everybody. But I did that festival. I did it 3-4 times. And this was the last time in February. I did it in Vancouver. And I had this, like, I told you, I had this garbage set. But it wasn't on account of my fault. They just had, like, it wasn't promoted. It was almost like the festival knew they were going under. Dude, it was a nightmare. All the jokes were just not hitting. It was hitting at like 50%. And I'm like trying. And these are like tested jokes. I've been doing them for a while. Like,
they would
I know
kill.
they work.
Yeah.
They would kill.
Yeah.
But it's also in Vancouver, which I've talked shit about this place before. I'll talk shit about it again. Fuck that place. You know what I mean? Like, they brag about mountains and stuff like that, but like homelessness is rampant over there and like everything. I think we talked about this already about Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah.
So anyways, I do hot yoga. I get out and then I have a missed call from the producer. So I call him back. He's like, hey, Mo, how's it going? How's things? Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. And I'm like, I don't know why this guy's calling me. I thought it was about the edit or something. He's like, look, so I'm calling with a bit of unfortunate news. We've unfortunately had to cut your taping from the next season. And, I'm really sorry. It's just we're supposed to, they ask for 12 tapings. We record 14 and then we cut 2 just in case, the weakest 2 or whatever. And I heard that and instinctually I was like, oh, man, that sucks. But also, thank God. I want to ask him for all the tapes just so I could see them interviewing me afterwards out in the rain and
See
just
what you look like.
getting rained on while I'm so mad and trying to be like, it's great.
This is great.
How do you feel about the show? It's, yeah, like it was like, when athletes like lose a game and then they have to do the press conference, like the presser. Dude, I was doing the presser and I was like, yeah, okay. I'm really glad to be out here in the beautiful Vancouver. Water's dripping down my cheeks.
That's funny, man.
So that happened right after hot yoga, but I think because I just did hot yoga, I was feeling very peaceful and it didn't bother me as much.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were zen.
I was kind of zen.
That's great.
From this passive aggressive instructor. You can do that pose. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I were you, but I was like, thanks, dude. But yeah, man. So,
Buddy, Pride is coming.
yeah.
Have you ever been out?
No. One time I was dating this girl, and then we went down to the Church Street block party. I liked that there was a bunch of food vendors because I'm a big food guy. Not a big fan of all the dicks. You know what I mean? I'd probably cut back on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Why, have you been?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. Do you remember when Baba and Mama took us to Pride once? When
Did they?
Yeah, man. It was. We were younger, and it just opened.
I don't think they took us. I think we just happened to be downtown.
We went to the parade.
We were part of the parade. Just an immigrant family. They like colors a lot.
Oh, look, it's the rainbow. Oh, Muhammad, you like rainbow?
You like rainbow? Look, wow, Allah. And everything's golden until you see your first dick and you're like, ooh.
I remember that. And I remember Mama's Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
Yeah, she's reciting
what
Quran.
Is this? What is this? And Baba's like, la 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 la. I can't believe you don't remember that.
I don't, bro. I don't.
Oh, buddy, that was hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
la 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 la.
Man, it took a turn quick. It took a turn quick. You know what? We should kind of. How sick would that be if we hired a camera crew and we went to like those places where, like, when immigrants first come to Canada, like newcomers, sometimes they put them in like a place to like adjust and like amalgamate and figure it out, and then they find their own place or something. We should go to one of those places, find an immigrant family, and be like, "Hey, you guys, we have these like really cool parades."
I just force them to go to the
Just
parade.
like blindly, they don't know what they're going into.
Oh, no.
They have halal food vendors. They have everything. Just watch the reactions.
Oh, that's funny,
Buddy, that would be great. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I remember we were downtown a lot. We've done that parade.
Yeah.
But we also did the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was it was too cold. I didn't.
You're like, honestly, my opinion, not enough dick.
Exactly.
We need more dick in the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Actually, I'm excited about summer because, all the parades. I'm starting to appreciate parades a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, does Caravana happen around?
Caravana, yeah.
It's this month, isn't it? Or no?
No, I thought it was. Was it not in August?
There was like 1 year, maybe I'm tripping out, where it was like Caravana and Pride, same week. And it was just like...
Just when they started not liking each other and...
Buddy, they never liked each other.
No, but like didn't somebody go into one of the other parades or something? And they're like,
I mean, look, man,
stopped.
In our studio here, right across the hall, we have those guys that sell the Caravana costumes, which, by the way, how funny would it be if we put on a full Carabana
for our next
outfit. Yeah,
episode?
just with the feathers and the wings.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my shirt off.
Yeah, with a choker.
Just celebrating Carabana. I'm pretty sure you're celebrating Pride.
Yeah. Hey, we're inclusive here. Everybody's a little bit hairy, no? Yeah, no, but it's funny, man. It's funny the way black guys react to anything gay. I think it's very funny. Not all black guys, but like, you know.
Do you think there's more black guys that are hidden, like they're actually gay, but
closeted?
They're in the closet?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. I think anybody that goes over the top to avoid like slightly, not even gay situations that are a little more intimate with other guys are definitely like.
So what do you think the biggest thing that you've seen?
What?
So like I worked with a guy who would not eat a banana. Like he would peel the banana.
Oh,
but he
really?
wouldn't eat the banana. He'd cut it.
He'd break it in
top.
half?
Yeah, and then put it in his mouth.
But he's still putting it like a like.
No. He cuts it in, like he breaks it.
Breaks it in half.
Or breaks a piece of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat it straight like I would eat it.
Yeah, he doesn't peel it and then eat it.
No. He peels it. He keeps breaking it until the end, and then
what, like cubes? Like he'll like little.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant he would just break it in half.
Just have to. He's like, he gets away from me.
Yeah.
Gets away from me.
It's like, banana, what am I, gay? 2 times.
Does a hair flip for some reason? Yo, is that necessary, bro?
See, that guy, for sure, you know what I think it is? I think is that he's really scared that he might like it.
What do you mean? Bananas are fucking great.
Bananas are great, but I'm saying...
that he might like bananas.
No, I'm talking about the gesture of eating a banana. Because look, he's doing that. The reason for it is he wants to avoid a possible gay look.
What?
Like it's he feels like it's emasculating to eat a banana in a traditional way, like every other species eats a banana. Dude,
that's weird, right?
It's nuts, dude.
Right? How about lollipops?
Dude, it doesn't even have to be like, it doesn't have to be phallic shaped things. Dude, I used to go to high school with this guy, Tyson. And this guy, anytime we went to McDonald's, he would order a cheeseburger and he, again, wouldn't eat it normally. He'd take the burger, rip it in half, and eat it like both his hands. He would just rip the burger in half, eat one side, and then eat the other. And I don't know if that was a gay thing, but I thought that was an interesting. I was like, what are you just trying to assert your dominance on this burger?
Or maybe he just wants to hurry it up.
Dude, that's crazy. It's you still have one mouth.
I know, but maybe that's what he thinks.
I don't know, man.
We should ask him.
I think the only way to eat a banana in a non-gay way is to peel it and then eat it from the side. Like a corn cob. Yeah. I think that's the only way to really but again, like you see, like it's something that's totally not gay. It's perfectly normal, but then you almost make it gay by breaking your banana into little cubes. Cause look,
you look stupid.
You look dumb.
Yeah.
And now you got banana all over your fingers.
Yeah, I agree. And then you suck your fingers.
No, once you do it, you got to suck your boy's fingers. Hey, man, you got banana on your fingers. You going to finish that? Yeah, man. I look, man, you go over the top. I have that joke with, the whole sharing a bed with your buddy and like, but like, that's a real story, man. This guy, every time we went to bed, he would build pillows between him and I. And I'm like, are you for real, man? Because in a way, I was like us sharing a bed, we're both straight men. We're both straight men. It's perfectly fine, dude. And like, growing up, we shared beds. And so it's like,
do you feel like sometimes guys just in the middle of their sleep, sometimes they get turned on or they get, they're not going to hump their boy, but, you want to,
What, is he gonna put his arm around me or something?
yeah, something. Or like,
I don't
put
think
his
so.
leg, kick his leg over you. Who knows?
I mean, maybe, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Plus, maybe he's a stomach sleeper. Like, I'm a stomach sleeper.
I'm a stomach sleeper too,
but
man.
I wouldn't want somebody to be next to me who's like, back sleeper.
Look, man,
I'm just saying.
I've shared a bed with a few comics. Okay? My homies, right? It's never been like somebody I don't know or I don't trust or something. It's always been like a homie. And yeah, it's always no one's ever built pillows except this guy. And look, man, there's weird shit that's happened. Like, dude, I one time shared a bed with this guy. He's a homie. Not gonna name names, but this guy had night terrors.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So he wakes up freaking out?
Dude, we were in Montreal. It was before I ever got on the Just for Laughs radar. And we would just go and like sneak into shows and stuff. And I went and we were both kind of broke. And I was like, yo, you want to split a hotel room? He's like, yeah, yeah. So then it just had one bed. And it wasn't even a queen. It was a double. So like it was small, a little smaller. Yeah, yeah. So then we're just, all right, good night, bro. Good night, man. And then we're both passed out. And then in the middle of the night, I just heard him go, and I woke up. I thought he was like choking or something was happening. And I woke up and I'm looking at him. This guy's fully asleep. And then I grabbed him. I was like, yo, bro. And he was like, yeah, what? And I was like, you okay? He's like, yeah, why? I was like, you were just screaming. He's like, oh, my bad. And then he just went back to bed. So I was like, but then again, you know what? I feel like that's like a bonding experience. When you let somebody in like that, you go, hey, man, I don't think he was trying to let me in, but
but you went in.
I saw it.
I saw it.
You know, when you're at the grocery store and there's a couple fighting and you're like, man, I heard everything.
Yeah. And he's wrong.
Yeah.
He is wrong.
Yeah, go up to her. I got to tell you, he's cheating.
Yeah. Just so you know, I could tell.
Yeah. Look, as a guy, oh, man, you'd be such a bitch if you did that.
I could tell.
Look, I'm not trying to get in between your guys' business or anything, but your man cheating. I would never do that. The ultimate just bitch ass line.
I would never treat you wrong.
I would never do that to you. Dude, that's the line of a guy who's like watching your girl and trying to get with her. And then the second you guys get into a fight, she's like consoling in him. And he's like, he said what? I would never do that to you.
Just come over and let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man.
Hey, you want to watch some movies? Maybe I can cook you dinner.
Yeah.
You can crash here. Bring your toothbrush.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah. No. There's a lot of dudes out there that are just the worst kind of guy. You know what I mean?
But would you hate on the guy that tries?
Would I hate on the guy that tries what?
He tries. So let's say you have an attractive girl.
Yeah.
And the guy's trying. He's kind of hanging around.
I mean, like, I would almost look at her to see, like, her response to the situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's very telling. Because, look, if you got a beautiful woman, guys are going to check her out. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. But if she, like, basks in it and she, like, craves that attention, then I think that becomes a little problematic.
Do you think it's different for a guy if a guy likes that attention?
No, it's fine. It's fine to like the attention, I think, and it's nice. It's fine to be flattered by somebody hitting on you, but if you stay in that space to get more of a fix, like I'm never gonna like a girl being like, I'm not gonna do anything with him. He wants me, so what? I don't want him. You're like, yeah, but you're still in the lion's den. Like,
you're gonna get eaten.
You're gonna get eaten, man.
It's gonna happen.
And you're gonna come to me and be like, I didn't know he was just you were drunk. Like, get out of here, dude. You climb into the lion's den, you're gonna get, at the very least, you're gonna get scratched. You know what I mean?
You're gonna get a little scratch.
You're gonna get a little scratch. That's open for interpretation. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I agree with you.
look, like I'm a man. I got urges. I got things that I like and things that I don't like. You know what I mean? But if I'm in a relationship and I got a friend who's a female, even if it's strictly platonic, if it's just friendship, I still give them the respect of like, hey, I'm not going to go hang out solo like my girlfriend or my partner. I'm not going to give you, like, I'm going to respect you because you're the woman in my life. I'm not going to kind of disrespect you by going and hanging out solo and trying to foster these like deep friendships with other females. Even though it's platonic, I might bring you in and be like, hey, by the way, this is my girl. You meet my girl. And let's, you guys could be friends. And then that way it's a little more casual. It's a little more normal. And then eventually you could wife both of them. But besides that, the dog never sleeps. Hey, why don't you meet my wife? Oh my God, you guys would be such great friends. By the way, crazy idea. You guys ever thought of kissing?
You guys want to all share a room?
Yeah.
What? It saves money.
Yeah, honestly, take out the pillows from between you guys. What are we doing?
What the hell? It's cold. Cuddle. No, you don't need a blanket.
Yeah. You know what? Let me get in the middle there. Honestly, I'll keep you guys separate.
No, but what about if you knew the girl before you knew your girl?
Yeah, I know everybody before I knew my girl. I don't think that justifies it. It's like,
but do you not think a little part of you thinks about, even for a split second, about another female friend? Like, you ever thought,
what, like she's a babe? Like I
not
want
a
her?
babe, but like, it would be,
Like have like thoughts about her? Like sexual thoughts?
yeah, not fully, but
Yeah.
you kind of, it crosses your mind. Come on.
Have I ever had that about female friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that like that's a friend, right? And of course we're both like, whether it's like I feel that way about her, she feels that way about me, or it's like, mutual and nothing has ever happened. I still feel like that spark is like the pilot light in your like, the heater in your basement. There's a pilot light, little candle that's always burning. Not full fire, but it's a little candle. Even in the middle of summer, that candle's still going, And like at any given moment, that candle could really just turn into a massive ass flame. But I'm like, look, I'm not even going to have that candle going. I still respect my friends and love my friends as my friends. Sure, there might be a little bit of, attraction, attention, and a little, and like, yeah, for sure. That's for me to know.
But should you not stop talking to them because now you have a thing?
I'm not going to stop talking to them. I'm going to talk to them a little more conservatively. So like,
don't send me nudes anymore.
Yeah. I'm not going to show up naked at your house anymore, all right?
Exactly.
With a boombox.
What is love?
Pretty much. But no, I'll still be your friend. Like, look, as a comic, you have a bunch of female comics that I work with, and so many of them are super attractive, And so many of them you're like, ooh, like there could be something here. But you also, I don't necessarily act on it just because it's comics. It's other comics and you don't want to shit where you eat.
Right.
But, and sometimes like with those comics, yeah, we'll go out and we'll grab lunch and we'll go on a little coffee date and stuff. But if I got a girl or if I got a wife, I'm not going to be like single Mo and relationship Mo are two totally different Mo's. You know what I'm saying? And to sit here and act like, to be like, well, no woman's going to change me. It's like, well, you're an idiot, dude. Like at some point your girl's going to be a little unhappy. And if she does the same thing, at some point I'm going to be unhappy.
See, I think completely different from you.
Really?
Completely.
What? In what way?
I think single Mo and like I'm talking for myself.
Yeah.
Single Ahmed and wife, girlfriend, fiance, whatever, Ahmed is the same Ahmed. And I don't change that. And the important thing is to make your woman feel like nobody could replace her. Nobody.
Yeah,
And
well,
she
that's
has-
the ultimate goal.
But once she feels that,
Yeah.
it's you can do whatever you want. And vice versa. Right? If you feel that you're getting everything and no one could even come close,
Right.
who cares?
So you're okay with your girl going out on like coffee dates with her like male friends and just solo dinners with another guy?
It doesn't. I guess
There isn't a part of you that you'd be like, yo,
not
the fuck's
again.
this all about?
Depending on the relationship.
they're friends.
So in the past, no, depending on our relationship.
Yeah.
So in the past, I have dated women who I wouldn't.
You'd be like, no.
No, I wouldn't even trust her to go to the elevator. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I knew the kind of girl she is, and again, it has everything to do with our relationship.
Right.
We didn't have that trust. We
There's
didn't
no
have
trust.
that. Exactly. Versus somebody who you have trust in, they have trust in you, and not just that, you literally feel it. Not just I trust you, like I trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I trust my friends.
Mm.
But can anybody come close to my trust for my brother? Not a chance.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we don't need to say it.
Yeah.
It's just felt, it's understood. And I think in that relationship, that's how it is. And if you build that, buddy, you can do whatever you want. And now that became a very important aspect in any relationship that I get into, is that if I'm going to be with a woman, that woman has to have, she has to trust herself,
Yeah.
right? She has to love herself, and I don't want to sit there and do all the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I kind of like them when they're missing a couple of things.
Yeah, no, see, I got no time for that.
I'm like, ooh, you don't trust yourself?
Mm.
Hey, you want to meet my mom? Come on in. Let's date for a couple of years. Then have you rock my life into shambles. And
See, that's huge for me, man.
Yeah.
That's important.
it's just a little more fun that way. You know what I mean?
I-
I'm like, ooh, you come with trauma? Sick.
but to get into a relationship,
Look, man, I mean, I've made some poor investments, clearly, you know.
yeah. Yeah, you have.
I have.
But
I
it's
have.
okay.
But I mean, look, there's no shade. I'll throw shade on a couple of them, but but there's also a few like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just hard. I think it's just hard to. I definitely I have trust issues for sure.
But because you keep dating, and I told you this before, you keep dating
But not just with relationships.
but that's how, it festers.
It's been with friendships too.
Right.
You
But
know?
again, the friendships that you have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not like I go into it like, oh, let me make a big mistake.
No, you make a big investment. I think it's important.
I know, man. I just love hard. You know what I mean? I can't love medium.
No, I'm not saying love medium. I'm just saying you have to, get in, try to understand, is this somebody that I want to, A, share my time with, B, even as friends, right?
Yeah.
Is this a guy doing any value in my life?
But it always starts like that. When I have somebody that I really like, it always starts like,
and then
hey,
what happened?
I like hanging out with them. This is a cool person.
Yeah.
They're kind of really eager. I'm really eager. It's nice. But then, like, as time progresses and things start to unfold, you're like,
Yeah.
ooh,
You just
like,
pull out.
I know, but it's not always so clear in the beginning. Because in the beginning, I think you got the love goggles on, so it's very awesome. And
I think also one of the other biggest things, again, as I'm older now, I'm seeing this, is the is this person like you?
yeah, no,
That's
I know
huge.
the cultural piece,
Not necessarily just culture,
but
just like, are they like you? Are they
I can't. If somebody's like me, that's
not?
that's
no,
buddy.
I'm not
It's a
saying-
lunatic. I'm
No,
like, yours too
if
much.
a woman
like,
like you, no, that'd be a disaster.
yeah, such a. Are you
No,
kidding?
But what I'm saying, like you, is that do they do they compliment you in the way that you need to be complimented?
Yeah.
In every way. But
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I
it's,
don't know. It's also I'm working on obviously like trusting myself, and I trust myself, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
confident. And I think the older I get, I know exactly what I want. So if there's like a certain romance with a woman or a girl or whatever, I'm just like I'm getting better at differentiating between like, oh, this is like exciting now
Yes.
versus like, oh, like this is just like this might be long term, So
Mm.
I think there's I'm getting a little better at it, but also I don't know, just when I think I do miss love. Don't get me wrong, I love relationships. I think relationships are awesome, but I also think I'm like ADHD. I'm getting tested for it.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's that test gonna be like for like adults?
It's well, the guy gave me it's a two-parter, okay? The first one was like a paper, like paper based.
Are you about to pull it out right now?
I took a picture of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just one sheet and you have like there it is. You answer each question on a scale from never is like the lowest, rarely, middle is sometimes, often, and very often.
Okay.
So like some of these questions, I'll just hit you with a couple of these
Mhm.
questions right here, okay? So it's like, how often do you have trouble wrapping up the final details of a project once the challenging parts have been done? Never, rarely, sometimes, often, or very often. So let's say you were
Once the challenging part is done,
yeah.
how often do I can just wrap it up?
Yeah.
Oh, often.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
me, I guess.
Yeah. I said very often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Right. That was fine. This one. How often do you have difficulty getting things in order when you have to do a task that requires organization?
Mm. That's a very heavy question.
Yeah. I put sometimes. I'm in the middle. To put things in order, but when you gotta get the task done, like,
Yeah.
I'll do one more.
Mm.
How often do you have problems remembering appointments or obligations?
Oh, 0. I cannot remember.
Yeah, I put rarely on that.
Is there something before rarely? On the
Oh,
other
never,
side?
never.
Yeah, like if I don't have it in my calendar,
Yeah, it's gone.
it does not exist.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like, we have like such busy lives that if you don't have it in your calendar, like.
No, like doctor's appointments and anything. If it's not in my calendar, it's not.
No, it's just, that's
No.
it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's bad.
Yeah.
So maybe I do have ADHD.
Oh, buddy, yeah. I think most people kind of have like some sort of form of it.
Mhm. So
Like-
what's the other part?
Oh, well, once you get all these questions done, you submit them, and then you go in for an actual like face or like a phone call consultation with your doctor or my
And they ask you
doctor.
questions?
And I don't know what he's gonna do. Probably gonna ask me some questions. But like, dude, you know what I have sometimes? Sometimes somebody will be talking to me, and I'm like I'm like engaged, and I'm asking questions. I'm fully immersed in the conversation. Mentally, I'm not there. I'm like, dude, I'll be like, oh my God. And they're like, yeah, my son made the soccer team. I'm like, that's so exciting. How's he doing? You said he plays forward, right? Like my brain can recall these things, but while I'm firing these questions, everything that I'm hearing is, and he scored a goal. I'm like, go get out of town. I love that. That's so sick. But like mentally, I'm not registering. I'm not.
So you don't even think you're having this conversation?
Dude, I'm so good at autopilot conversations. Not small talk. I get deep. I ask questions. I remember.
Yeah, see, that's impressive.
I recall things, but I'm not there.
I think you're just a man.
I mean, maybe. You think there's a big difference between
men and women?
Well, yes, there's a difference, but like in terms of like retaining information?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think guys retain information as good as women.
Man, that sucks though. Because then that just shows that we're on a clear path to Alzheimer's, and I don't want that.
No, we just don't. Like, there are things we care about, and there are things we don't care about.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what ADHD is.
Most conversations we don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, I have conversation. Somebody tells me about their kid's soccer game.
Yeah.
I care about it
Yeah.
because it's soccer, not because it's your kid.
Dude. Yeah. I remember that. Like, I remember certain facts, like, about their kids that I'm not very good with names, but I've clocked it a few times where somebody is talking to me. I just met this person. They're telling me different things. And I'm like, yeah, okay. No, wow, that's great. And have you been with a company for a long time? But like, as I'm saying these questions, I'm like, I'm just so good at listening and asking questions about that topic, but I'm not retaining a thing.
So once you walk away, you wouldn't remember anything this person said.
Once I saw them again, a couple of things might come up. Like I can kind of pull from like the subconscious or something. But at the moment, I'm like,
wow.
I'm just so I was like, for me to sit down and complete tasks is very difficult. Like to sit down in front of my laptop, hammer out some emails, edit some videos, whatever. I'm like, dude, I'll do anything else in the world. I'll get up, I'll grab a bite, I'll take a shower, I'll shave. Oh man, yeah, I haven't stretched today. I'll stretch, might hit a prayer or two, might do a couple things, and then by the time I'm like, man, I didn't have lunch. No, lunch. This is by the time it's all done. I'm like, I gotta take a nap, eh?
I'm pretty sure that's procrastinating, not ADHD.
I mean, maybe, but it could be like
you procrastinate.
Maybe. It's hard to say, man. It could be procrastination, but I'm I gotta figure it out. So I'm gonna get tested for that.
Good.
And
can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go. Excuse me. I don't want to go on meds. If I have it, I don't want to go on like what is it like Ritalin or Adderall or whatever the ADHD is, the medication. I don't want to go on meds.
Yeah, you can just as long as you know you'll have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully it's not contagious.
Yeah. Otherwise, I gotta call a couple of exes.
Yeah. Hey, you should probably go get tested.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm really forgetful, and doctor diagnosed me. I know it's crazy. It's news to me. Trust me.
That's great that you're on that health tip, though, man. That's awesome.
I'm not doing anything about it. I'm diagnosing, but I'm not, dude.
But that's a good thing.
The hot yoga was just like random because somebody I knew had some free passes, like took it.
Yeah, but if somebody had free pass, like if you told me, hey, let's go to hot yoga, I probably wouldn't go.
No,
dude,
it's sick.
Okay.
It's great. Yeah, you should try it.
So maybe I might.
Yeah, you should try it. And also think about like your hate for scary spice. You know what I mean? During hot yoga, when you're meditating, when you're reflecting,
Buddy,
you know.
Come on, but just
also, can we take a moment to acknowledge that the only black Spice Girl, they called her Scary Spice?
Oh,
that's so racist.
That is so wrong.
Yeah, those English bastards. Oh, we have the Spice Girls so inclusive. White girl, black girl, sporty girl, and all this stuff.
Wow.
The black one is the scary one.
And the hottest one was Baby?
Was baby. Look at that hot baby.
Oh.
It wasn't even Babe. It was Baby Spice.
And what about that chick with the red hair?
Oh, Ginger.
That's also, isn't that like a thing now? You can't say Ginger?
You can say Ginger, but you can say whatever you want to say. I mean, no, actually,
time out. All up.
Do it in your house, okay? Scream it into a pillow.
Ginger.
Sorry, I gotta get a Ginger out of my.
I actually love Ginger.
Yeah, she was great.
Nah, I was talking about the food.
The food?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the spice.
The Spice Girl? Yeah, no. Baby was my girl.
Baby was all right. What did you think of Posh?
Too skinny.
Yeah.
Too skinny.
David Beckham loved her, though.
I know.
Still loves her.
Too skinny.
You watched that documentary?
No.
It's great. The David Beckham documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Dude, he's like actually like a pretty cool guy. I thought he was a douchebag because he's like Mr. Model guy in his heyday. But he's like just like a quiet, like introverted guy.
He's a very rich guy.
Yeah, and his dad was like such a dick to him and like would really like hammer drills. I think all greatness stems from a little bit of trauma. You don't got a little bit of trauma, you got this wholesome upbringing.
But do you think if his dad didn't drill him the way he drilled him, he will be David Beckham.
No, absolutely not.
See,
That's what I mean.
So he should. Is he good with his dad?
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
They don't talk about that.
They talked a little bit about the relationship, but they don't talk about if they're still in touch or not.
See,
but like, you know, the Serena Williams and Venus, their dad was a nutcase. Michael Jackson's dad, lunatic, beat the crap out of him, made him dance. That's a little crazy. To me, I'm almost like getting beat to play like a sport. I'm like, it still sucks because it's still abuse, but I'm like I get that, you know. But like beating you and be like, moonwalk, dance, Mikey,
get on the table and dance.
And then you grew up and became Michael Jackson, the king of pop. But also, he was so messed up mentally. Would you? Well, okay, that's a good question. And you know, I'll throw it to anybody listening as well if they want to respond to this. Would you rather have a mediocre kid who just grows up, becomes just, you know, corporate slave or whatever, you know, goes into the office, becomes like just a square, well-rounded individual? Or would you rather give your kid a little bit of trauma, but then have them be the greatest at their craft? Oh, the camera just died. I think we're actually, okay, so that's the question. Okay, that's okay. I'll put a little slide at the end of the video to be like, we died early, but
but that's good. Yeah, I think that's a great question.
Yeah, what would you say?
I'll go for the trauma.
You'll give your kid a little bit of trauma.
Trauma all the way. Yeah. I think everybody needs a little bit of trauma to succeed.
Yeah, but now your kid's waking up in the middle of the night screaming.
No, not that.
Fuck you, Dad.
Not that kind of trauma.
Oh, just a little, just
but
a hint
like
of
a little. Yeah, you need to get a little bit of something.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just have everything handed to you.
Yeah.
And have a mediocre kid. I don't want a kid who's gonna.
Not mediocre. You'd be very successful. You'd clock in a solid 80 to 100,000 a year.
But if I give him, you know,
and he's very vanilla. You know what I mean?
See, I don't like that.
He'll, you know.
Speaking of vanilla, I realize that I really like very basic things.
Do you?
Life. Yeah.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like I like plain chips. I had a glass of water with ice today.
Oh, it slaps. Glass of water with ice on a hot day?
But the ice, I didn't know how much I appreciated the ice.
Yeah.
I love chewing on ice.
Yeah. That's probably a little trauma maybe in there.
Is it?
Maybe.
I don't see I'm sure everything we do is trauma.
Yeah. I know. We can talk about that in the next episode.
Yeah,
I think we're getting deeper here, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
Great job, man. Killed it. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
Don't talk to me, talk to these people. It's about these people right here. It's about these people, it's about the city. Look around you. Look at this. We created this.